I'm getting ready to bend the round pieces of the cage that holds the can, and this is just a it's actually a round piece of steel that goes with a bender, another bender that I have. But if I didn't have this, probably what I would do is just get a piece of pipe about this size. You want something smaller than the can because when you bend it, it's going to flex back quite a bit. I don't know if you can tell, but this is just a little bit smaller than the can. It could actually be a little bit smaller than that. Anyway, I've secured it on one side. If I was using a piece of pipe, I could actually just clamp this in the side of the jaw. You know, the pipe would be going in. I would catch that wire right at the edge of the jaw. And then, you know what, maybe I'll just do that. Try to make it quite easier. Alright, so you just sort of catch it just like that. It takes 3 hands here. There we go. Got a bunch of wires laying down here. Alright, there we go. That actually will give me, let's see, about 2 rings. So, alright, next we'll get these cut with the bolt cutters. Alright, so part of it you have to kind of pay attention to. See, part of it's not, let's see, yeah. You can see, you got to come back. If I were to get up into here, it's not the right circle, so I need to kind of come back this way. Give that a nip. And this end right here, watch your eyes. Okay, now you can see, if you drop a can down in there, see how it's too big. So what I'm actually going to do is, rather than cut it right here, I'm going to cut it a little bit smaller, because we know that it'll shrink that smaller because it was on that die. So I'm going to come back here out to there. Alright, so now see, I've cut it, and I can draw it in, and that'll make it fit a little bit tighter on there. Alright, so now I'm going to cut this other one. Here's my end right here. I actually want it to be probably the same size as this one, so okay, so that gives me 2 that are roughly the same size. And I'll just pull those when I join them. I'll just pull it in like that, and then that'll give me a little bit smaller circle. Alright. Alright, I've got it in the vise, and then we're going to get it kind of lined up here. Just using this clamp to squeeze it together for me. Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, now let's got that one put together. Just using a little oxygen acetylene torch, heat this up and pull it together. Alright, we're going to bend the legs of the basket, and I've made a little mark here. We want it to be 5 inches long. So I'm going to bring that right kind of to the edge of my pen here. And then bend it straight over. And then that gives us right at 5 inches. And that's to the bottom here. Okay, and then we want this part to be 2 3/4. So 1, 2 3/4 right there. And we're going to place that right about, again, to kind of the edge of that pen. Keep this leg parallel to this. And then pull it around. Looks a little wide. Let's see what we got. Well, by the time I get these to 90, let's see what that is. It's just a little bit wide, not bad. Alright, now I got to make another one. First I want to kind of mark the 4 points. So I'm just going to mark it here and here and then turn it. And I'm just kind of looking, it doesn't have to be exact, I'm kind of looking at the distance of the mark from this end on both sides. Kind of get it close. And then that gives me a pretty good idea of where to put those 4 legs to get it even. Okay, so let's first get this one put in there. And I'm just going to use my little oxyacetylene torch. And this is just a piece of coat hanger that I'm going to use as filler rod. First I'm just going to kind of tack it without using any filler rod. Just heating it up. That's just helping me make sure that I've got it square. Alright, I don't have this quite square, so before I go any further I want to get that straightened up. And that's got that cage pretty much made. This is the bushing that is going to hold the cage onto our machine, and I've got the outside just kind of roughly turned. This was an old bolt, and so the next thing I'm going to do is get it bored out. I want these to be about a 1/2 inch thick, so I'm going to just line that edge up right there and then move over a 1/2 inch. Alright, we'll put these back in and just kind of clean them up a little bit. Alright, we're set up to weld here, and I got the cage laying across this board right here to kind of, that'll even it up, or level it up kind of this way. And then this is sitting up underneath there, and it's all kind of propped. Hopefully, got it held good enough to get it welded on there. I'm going to use my MIG welder. Alright, here we go. Alright, I think that's going to work pretty well.